So that right there is the Sheik Needle cancel, as I call it, or the Needle Feint, or the Sheik Bold cancel. I don't know, anything you want to call it. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to refer to it as the Needle cancel. So firstly, I want to give credit to LoserKid for finding this tech. And over the local sessions we've been having, online and offline, I guess we've both been kind of refining what this can lead into. And this video here is going to be a tutorial on how to do the needle cancel, some of the practical applications of doing this, and why it puts pretty much Sheik from the top tier status into the god tier status. So what does needle cancel mean? Well, simply put, it means being able to cancel out of your needle storm, which is neutral B, or neutral special, and then going into something else. So for example, needle storm cancel into shield, needle storm cancel into grab, needle storm cancel into smash, needle storm cancel into tilts. I mean, there's a lot that I'll be going into. But basically the gist of this video is doing your neutral special and then cancelling into something else. As you can see, the needle cancel's got many different uses for different situations. However, this does come at a cost in that there are different levels of varying difficulty. So I'm going to go through the first one, which is probably the easiest one that you can do. This then gets you into the mentality of how the needle cancel works, and then how you can slowly progress into the more advanced type, because in all honesty, needle cancel into tilt and needle cancel into smash are actually quite difficult to do. So for this part here, I'm going to show you how to do needle cancel into grab and then back into needle storm again. In order to do needle cancel into grab and then back into needle storm, how you want to do this is first put Sheik into needle storm charging. This is achieved by pressing down on the special button. You can then see that Sheik is then charging his or her needles, and then what you want to do is you want to press grab. As you've pressed grab, go back into needle storm again. And you'll get the effect that you can see here of Sheik doing needle storm, grab, but cancelling the grab, and then go back into needle storm. And this is the kind of feint effect that you want to be looking for. So to do needle cancel into shield, this is very similar to grab. However, the reason why doing needle cancel into shield is important is because the amount of options that you gain from doing needle cancel into shield. So when you did needle cancel into grab, you had to then cancel the grab and go back into needle. This also lets you do needle cancel into grab, and then that's all you get is a grab. However, if you do needle cancel back into needle, then you're stuck doing needle into grab and repeating the process. However, what needle cancel into shield lets you do is cancel the animation and go into a shield, or cancel the animation and go into any other move that you want, whether it's a dash, or it's a smash, or it's a tilt, or maybe it's just a dodge. Needle cancel into shield is probably the key point that you want to be taking into consideration when playing as Sheik, like I said, because the amount of options that you gain from this is pretty big. So to do needle cancel into shield, it's very similar to needle cancel into grab. All you have to do is press shield instead of grab. However, you need to be a lot quicker with your inputs on this, mainly because if you hold the shield for too long, you end up getting the shield actual bubble come out, and this is what you don't want to happen. Well, it depends on the situation. Again, like I said, doing needle cancel into shield gives you a lot of options, so sometimes you may want to hold down the grab button. However, if you do it correctly, it will look like this. This here is needle cancel into shield, and it puts you back into neutral. And if you're a neutral, you've got every option that Sheik has available to him or her available, and therefore you have like the upper hand when it comes to feinting out or faking out opponents even. So you're probably thinking, this is some pretty interesting tech, but how do I actually use this? And when can I use this? Well, here are a couple of examples that I found where this needle cancel has actually come in handy. There are some characters like Mario who have got anti-projectile tech, however you can counter this by throwing their timing off, like so. There are some characters like Little Mac who have got counters, which also includes countering needles. However, if you counter your needles, you can throw their timing off and bait them into being punished with a dolphin kick. Here's an example of a needle cancel into dolphin kick against a character that isn't using a counter. Seeing as how you can do needle cancel into shield, this means you can also do needle cancel into dodge. If you can do needle cancel into dodge, you can bait out some attacks and force the characters to open themselves up and you can go in for a big punish. For example, Little Mac's bionic arm. Like Mac, Ike has got a counter, and if he's got a counter, then he can also counter the needles. However, if you do needle cancel into grab, then you're able to go up close and bait out a counter and then go into a grab for a full punish. However, being able to do needle counter out of shield means you can also follow it with tilts, or you can also follow it with smashes. So that's pretty much needle counter in a nutshell. I'm sure there'll be more advanced tech to come from this, I guess pushing Sheik from S tier to godlike super tier or something. But yeah, it's pretty interesting tech. It gives you, I mean, the video itself shows a couple of situations that this can be used in. I mean, I didn't explore all of the cast, but I know that pretty much every character in the game will end up falling to this kind of faking out tactics. So yeah, let me know if anyone finds anything interesting. It'll be cool to see what people come up with. And thanks for watching.